Yo. What is up? It's me. It's Key, and I am back in the building with another live stream to 7200 Second Sports Podcast with me and the coach Donte. What is going on, Donte?
Man, what's going on, Miss Key? Another day, another Wednesday, ready to go get down at it. Let's
You,
talk,
you,
man. Let's
you,
talk some
you,
baseball.
you, you on another day. You trying to skip a day. It's only Tuesday.
Man, we on to another day after day, man. I'm just ready. I mean Tuesday. My bad. What
That's
I'm thinking? I'm
like
thinking
you.
Wednesday.
It's only,
My
it's
bad. My
only
bad.
Tuesday.
hey, the defense was so stink for the Eagles that it made me think about Wednesday, y'all. That was so bad.
Before we get into it, thank y'all for being here in the chat. We got Jalen Champ, Iverson Vlogs. I see your comment. We're going to get to that. What's up, Keith? Appreciate you. Shane, as always, appreciate you in the chat. Cone Live, what is going on? And we're back for another episode. Again, we got the hottest topics in 7,200 seconds. 2 hours, if you don't know what 7,200 seconds is. We got a packed jam show tonight. Again, we got the MLB playoff start, and we're going to get into the nitty gritty of that. We got the NBA around the corner. And as always, we'll break down the NFL recap and everything like that. But first up, let's get into the MLB. Again, the playoffs actually started today, the wild card
Hmm.
round. We got the New York Yankees up in the Red Sox. They're up right now, top of the sixth. The Boston Red Sox are up 3-1 right now. Again, you got Garrett Cole up against freaking pitcher. Freaking
That's Nathan Yavaldi.
yeah.
Yavaldi.
The went through my head exactly.
Yeah.
So Boston's up right now 3-1. What's going on, Prince Productions? So yeah, Boston's going on right now, and the winner of this game will actually play the Tampa Bay
Tap
Devil
the
Rays.
Devil Rays, who the first seed in the baseball playoffs, who the number one overall seed in the
You're right.
American
So
League. Yeah.
again, right now it's the top of the sixth. Boston is up 3-1. So we'll come back before the show's over with, let you know who win that game. But that game is still going on right now, and again, Boston is up 3-1. And the NL East, the NL wild card should be a great one. We got the St. Louis Cardinals up against the LA Dodgers. We got Max Scherzer on the mound and Alan
Yep.
Wainwright. That should be a good fight right there. I mean, St. Louis came in hot. What they was like 18
Yep.
in a row they won, and then they
Yep.
streak was over. But still coming in, their hottest team coming in right now. They're 11-3 in the last 2 weeks. That's not bad. Atlanta's
Yep.
11-2. The Dodgers 10-2. The Giants is 10-2. You know, the Giants waiting for the winner of this game. Who do you think's gonna
Of
come
this
out this
game
game?
tonight. I'm gonna go for the more experienced team that won the championship last year. I'm gonna go with the LA Dodgers. I think the Dodgers. I'll say again, they get Max Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw. That guy's pretty decent. That guy's always good. Max Scherzer, who's a great secondary pitcher, an elite pitcher in this league, a strikeout artist. The bats, it's tough to get these bats out. Cody Bellinger, you got Taylor that can hit. Mookie Beck start off at the top of that lineup. These guys got more experience. They're
Forget
championship
about
contenders.
Trey Turner.
Yeah, Trey Turner as well. And then they got the other Turner, Justin Turner. All these weapons in there, and I know the St. Louis Cardinals hot. They start off on a bad year due to their pitching and Nolan Arenado them. I know they're hot, but I think the Dodgers are gonna cool them off. I think they're the more experienced team. They know what it takes to go through adversity. They know what it takes to win a World Series because they went through adversity of losing for the last couple of years, getting bounced out the first round one year, losing to my Houston Astros in 2017. So they know what it takes to get down the road. So I'm gonna take the LA Dodgers, man, to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see the Dodgers and the Giants matchup anyway.
Yo,
Battle of the California teams right there. I'm also going to take the Dodgers here. It's just too many weapons on this team. Um,
yep.
but you never, any given day, you never know.
Any given
St.
day, yo,
Louis,
one. Hey,
St.
it's
Louis
just
can
one
come
playoff
out
game. One play,
when he
one
takes
and
one
done,
time,
basically.
but I'm taking the Dodgers here, especially with Max on the mound. You can't go
Yep.
wrong with that. Now, in the AL divisional game is already been set. We got the White Sox against your Astros, and they got Lance on the mound for your boys. Who's going to take that series?
It's tough. It's a tough series. Like I say again, I'm gonna feel confident, and I'm gonna go with my Houston Astros again. Every time someone say the Astros are not a good baseball team, the Astros prove them wrong. The Astros has championship experience. They're the number one hitting team in the league in batting average. I'm kind of skeptical about the starting pitching. Besides Lance McCullers, Framber Valdez, Luis Garcia, inconsistent guys. Granke, inconsistent. I love the bullpen. I think the bullpen is very strong. I don't have no problem. I got the Astros winning this in a close series. I'm not going to count out the White Sox. I think the White Sox are very good, but I got the more experienced Astros. They've been to the World Series 2 years in a row. Plus, they've been to the AL Championship Series on their worst year with a lot of injuries. And like I say, the Astros, one thing you don't have to worry about them. You don't have to worry about them striking out too much. They're not gonna strike out. They're gonna make contact with the ball. I'm not worrying about that. And the White Sox got a good starting pitching, so I have to respect their starting pitching. Dylan Cease, they got whatever who else they got in the lineup. They got Dylan Cease. I forget their pitcher name, but they're very good. That Lynn dude, they got him as well, who had a great season. And I'm not gonna count out the White Sox. I think it's gonna be a fun competitive series. I got the Astros in 5 games in a close series.
Okay, got the Astros in five. I know the White Sox is pretty good. I know they got Brady there still hitting like crazy. But the Astros still got some weapons as well. It should be an interesting series. I'm gonna take Houston in six. So I'm gonna say Houston in
All
six.
right.
And then whoever again plays the Rays, it'll be Boston or New York. Right now, it looks like it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
Boston against Tampa Bay. Then in the NL, we got the Braves and the Brewers. Braves don't won the East 5 years in a row. The Brewers are coming out in this the Brewers coming out over there, and they got Barnes on the mound again. He's the Brewers starting rotation is crazy. Brewers starting rotation is crazy. So that should be interesting. But I'm going to take Milwaukee. I'm picking Milwaukee here because I don't like the Braves. I'm taking Milwaukee. I say they're gonna go in five. I say it's six. Milwaukee in six.
I got the Milwaukee Brewers also, and the bats is pretty good too, man. Christian Yelich is a very good player. Do they still got Lorenzo Kane over there? Lorenzo Kane is pretty good. Escobar, all of those guys is pretty good. They got a great batting lineup, and Craig Counsell has done a great job with this team. The pitching is crazy over there. I did not know that the Braves won this division 5 years in a row. Golly, I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Braves, they got a good hitting lineup. Adam Duvall, they got some great guys over there. But I'm gonna take the Brewers, man. The Brewers was cruising through everybody all year long through the whole NL in their division. The Cubs just they stink right now. They fell off the face of the earth. It's just sad to see them win that World Series and just fall apart, man. It is just sad. But I got the Milwaukee Brewers winning this series. Yeah, I got it in 6 games.
What's up going on? What's going on, Damien? Again, of course, we went against your White Sox. We said Houston in six. So and then whoever wins against St. Louis and the Dodgers, they will face the Giants again. I think it's going to be the Giants and the Dodgers, and if that's the case, the series,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to ride with the high hand, and I'm going to take the Giants. The Giants has been a monster this whole season. I think had 104 wins, if I'm not mistaken. Um,
Yep.
I know Brandon Belt is injured. I know they got some injuries going on, but I'm still going to take the Giants. That game might go that series might go seven. I'm gonna take the Giants in seven.
Okay. This is gonna be my upset series right here. I'm gonna take the Dodgers. This is gonna be my upset series right here. The Dodgers, they're a dangerous team. I mean, you got Justin Turner. I'm an Astros fan, so of course I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go against you. I'm an Astros fan, but I got respect for the White Sox, man. I don't go into no team, no series thinking underestimating the team. I said they're a good baseball team, and the Astros. Basically, I'm not going back off the series that we had. That even though the Astros beat y'all 5-2, I'm not going off that. It's 0-0 in the playoffs. I respect the White Sox, but I think my team is better. If the White Sox come away with a win, congratulations. Congratulations, but I'm a diehard Astros fan. And I got it right here. So yeah. But anyway, let me get to the. I got the Dodgers, man. Matt Scherzer, Clayton Kershaw, that's a load to deal with, man. The top two pitchers in the National Baseball League. Finally, Clayton Kershaw solidifies himself as a Hall of Famer. Him and Max Scherzer. That's a great 1-2 punch. And again, the bats is just phenomenal. But I got the Dodgers in 7, man. I'm going with an upset pick in this series.
What's going on? AKA James Money in the building here. Prince Productions, I appreciate you subbing. Again, we are live on all platforms. We're on my channel as well, King the Building. We're on Donte's channel. We're on Facebook. We're on the Spotlight Sports Network. Make sure y'all go
Yep.
subscribe to each and every one. The links are in the description. And again, we just talking about the NL right now because the playoffs have started. I get y'all another update on this game. The first game is the AL wild card. So
Wild
again,
card series.
right now it is the bottom of the sixth, and Boston is still up 3-1. So whoever wins this game will face the Devil Rays. Well, they're not the Devil Rays no more. They're just the Rays. They will face Tampa. But yeah, I mean, let's go into some predictions here again. But
Mm-hmm.
NL MVP is down to three. Well, really two. It's three people, really two. You got Bryce Harper, even though you say why Bryce Harper, even though the Phillies ain't go nowhere. But Bryce Harper has been an offensive monster. Um, batting 300,
Appreciate it,
30,
Austin Vlogs.
35 home runs, 84 RBIs. He was a killer for my Phillies. And I mean, each and every time he was batting home runs in. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just hitting offensively was better for the Phillies. And overall, what's going on, Jose? And then also you got Tatis for San Diego, 42 home runs. He knocked in 97 RBIs. Tatis was just crazy. And then they also threw in Juan Soto from the Nationals, but I don't know about that. And then again, Shea Turner was coming in fourth. But if you really wanted to get down into them two, I know it's going to be tough. And I'm not being biased because I'm a Phillies fan. I just think overall Harper definitely should get MVP in the NL.
So none of these people are in the playoffs that we're talking about except Trey Turner. We know Trey Turner
Exactly.
he's in the playoffs. Normally they're not gonna give it to people that didn't make the playoffs. But I mean, it's tough, man. You got a feeling they may go Trey Turner route because he made the playoffs. But I'm gonna go Bryce Harper. I think Bryce Harper definitely deserves the nod over MVP. Every time the Phillies needed a big play, they needed a big hit or a big home run. The guy delivered. The guy's a stud. It's a shame you don't get to see him in the playoffs. In the bottom, you see him out of the playoffs every single season for right now. But that guy deserves better. He deserves to be in a playoff hunt. All great players deserves to be in a playoff hunt, but Bryce Harper, every time the Phillies needed a break, needed a big bat, needed a big hit, whether if it was a walk, he stepped up and made it and put the pedal to the metal. He stepped up, and I got to give it to Bryce Harper, man. I just definitely got to reward Bryce Harper. He's a great player. I just want to see this guy in the playoffs more.
Phillies got to get better with their dang on pitching. That's all I got to say. We're not gonna get into too much into that. Of course, you know in the AL, there's only one person who's gonna get
Vladdy,
MVP.
Vladdy,
You think so? You don't think Otani's gonna get it?
who?
You don't think Shatani's gonna get it?
No. Well, like I say, you got a case. You got a case for Shotani. I mean, but like I say, man, I want to go. I think Shotani and Vladdy is number one and number two. But like I say, I want to go. I'm gonna give it. I know Shotani is gonna win. But what Vladdy did was special. What Vladdy did, that was special. And plus, they were in the playoff hunt the whole year. They didn't get put out until to this weekend out of the playoff hunt. So, like I say, I love Vladdy Guerrero Jr. He makes contact with the baseball. The guy's an absolute magician at the plate, but they're gonna go with Shotani, and I'm not gonna be mad at that. But I'm just making the case for Vlad Guerrero Jr. because the guy's to the cover off the ball the whole year. The guy was just as good as Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani had a very hot second half, first half of the year. Had a very hot first half of the year. Vladdy was more consistent, batting average, home runs, RBIs batted in. And what makes it more difficult for Vladdy, that probably not going to win it. Shotani is a pitcher too,
Right.
so he does multiple things as well. So I'm gonna give it to Vladdy, but I know they're gonna give it to Shotani because he's not just a hitter; he's a pitcher too as well.
Shotani had 46 home runs and 100 RBIs. He was 0-2 when he
Mm-hmm.
pitched. But his ERA was 3.18. That's crazy to be a two-way player. You don't see many two-way players like that.
Yeah.
And Vlad this year he had 48 home runs and 111 RBIs. That's freaking crazy. It's
Yeah.
anyone you can pick anyone in the AL, and I don't think anybody would be mad at that. Whoever you gonna pick,
Yeah.
I think they leaning more to Otani, like you said, just because he's a pitcher, he can do multiple things. Now the Cy
Yeah.
Young, now the Cy Young in both leagues. In the NL, we got Corbin Burns from the Milwaukee Brewers, and then there's Walker Brewer from the Dodgers. Max Scherzer again, and then Zach Wheeler. So any one of these guys can be front runners.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Wheeler, again, I'm not being biased because he's the Phillies player, and I'm from Philly. But no, for the latter part of that whole Phillies season, Wheeler was the best pitcher. And the
Mm-hmm.
game that I went to, I've seen him. He was lights out. He was 14 of 10. Some of them wasn't his fault. Some of them we get the lead, and then the bullpen blows it. So again, he's in the running for a Cy Young winner, but he's not going to beat a Scherzer. Come on, it's the
Yeah.
Dodgers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So any one of them four, but I think they're going to give it to Scherzer. That's because it's the Dodgers, and he's having a lights out year. 15-4 ERA, 2.46. You can't beat that. I think they're going to give it to Max. And then in the AL, of course, you got Jarrett Cole, Bobby Ray. They're going to give it to Jarrett Cole.
Garrett
That's going
Cole
to
is
be
a
it.
Garrett Cole, man. No matter how you feel about him, the spider tech, whatever the stuff is you talking about, that guy is a dynamic pitcher when he's on his game. Uh, I mean, the problem is if the Yankees don't hit home runs, they cannot hit. They will not be able to hit. They will not be able to hit if they don't hit home runs. Then when they do, when they're not hitting home runs, they're hitting into double plays. They're striking out. And that's why the Yankees been so inconsistent this whole year. And this Yankees team are a disappointment. If they lose tonight, they're a disappointment. Because this team is too good to be making a wild card one playing game. This team is too good. All the money that you spend on Stan, go get Anthony Rizzo, all of those big bats, and to make a full playoff. Now this game ain't over yet. Boston, the score by the way is 4-1. Boston, they just tacked on a run, but that would be disappointing for the Yankees. You can
Definitely.
say they made the playoffs, but this just one game. And I don't think if the Yankees lose tonight, any Yankee fan should be impressed or should be proud because you did lose the first round last year. And again, Garrett Cole. Besides Garrett Cole, you don't have a number two pitcher. You don't have a number two pitcher. San Marino is hurt all the time, but Garrett Cole is definitely a stud, man. I would not be mad if they gave it to Garrett Cole. I would not be mad because he's a stud, man.
Definitely. And then, yeah, it's 4-1 right now. But Yankees fans is not looking too good. Y'all need those bats to start swinging. Get standing there. You better tell Aaron Judge start swinging them balls. If y'all trying to come
Mm-hmm.
out this wild card series, but it's looking like Boston is winning this game right now. It's a day up 4-1. The rookies of the year, Jonathan India from Cincinnati, and then I got Tampa Bay, Randy or Zonina. I think that's how you say his name. I
Yeah,
ain't good with names,
yeah.
but
Rosarena,
yeah.
Rosarena. Yeah,
So That is your MLB breakdown, guys. Definitely make sure you check out the Spotlight Sports Network. I'm going to try to do some playoff games for y'all on the network, so make sure y'all tune in.
Yep.
Possibly this week, I might be doing something, but y'all will always get the notification. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button so y'all know, hit that bell so y'all know when I am live to do playoff games as well. Probably going to do some on my channel. I know Phillies is done. I'm still going to give y'all some games, even on my channel, even though I'm strictly Philly, but I do it all. So yeah, we might get some playoff games. Definitely, we're going to get some Sixers games, and the NBA is just around the corner. We got some preseason action going on here. Um, I know the Rockets and the Wizards are playing.
Wizards right now. I'm watching. I'm paying attention to the game. 116, 111 Washington right now.
The Bucks and Grizzlies game is delayed for some reason, but the Grizzlies are up. The Knicks beat the Pacers and the Bulls beat the Cavs. I've seen highlights of the Bulls and they look pretty
Mm-hmm.
doggone good with DeRozan and Lonzo Ball and
And
Alex
Lonzo
Caruso.
Ball. Yep.
They looking kind of good. The Bulls might be back, but we'll see what's going on with the Bulls. But in
Yep.
the NBA news, Paul Gasol, he retires. Paul Gasol had an amazing career. You know, he started overseas. He actually was still on a team. He just was hurt. I think he went. I forget what team he actually did get signed to, but he never played. So he's going to retire. You know, he won some games with the Lakers. He is one of the I think the only brothers to win championships. Him and Marc Gasol. So
Yep.
Paul Gasol definitely was a good player. Again, he was in San Antonio for a little bit before he went to the Lakers. Got his championships there.
Yep.
Paul Gasol definitely would be a guy that. What can you say about Paul? He worked. He can shoot. He was a good
Yep.
player. It's time for him to go. It's time for him to go. Will he be in the Hall of Fame one day? I think he will.
Yep, I think he definitely will. I mean, for what he did to that Toronto Raptors team, his leadership, toughness in that locker room, defense. He helped their defense out a whole lot. Him and Serge Ibaka. The guy is very skilled. Post up, face up, shoot. The guy definitely deserves. Both of the brothers definitely deserves to be Hall of Famers. They put you put. I mean, they both when they both played in Memphis, they both were very. They both were great type of players. They both was great players in Memphis. So I mean, again, they both deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. They both Hall of Famers. They won championships and they deserve it. Paul Gasol injury. I mean, Marc Gasol injuries got him later as he got up in age. I didn't think he liked his role in LA. He wasn't getting the minutes that he deserved. Because he still can shoot. He still can very much be productive, but he still can shoot. And one thing he will be able to do if he wasn't gonna do anything else. But I got my respect, my love goes to Marc Gasol. He definitely deserves it, and he's a great player, man. He's an awesome player, man. I just remember his great old days in Memphis, how good he was, how dominant. He get 20 and 10 every night, and the guy fights hard. And he was a part of the grit and grind every single night, man. So I love Paul Gasol. Paul Gasol was great, and Marc Gasol was great. So my kudos goes out to Marc Gasol, man.
Bulls finally getting that seventh. I don't know about all that. I don't know if they getting the
You said Bulls
seventh
finally getting a
ring,
seventh ring. Yeah.
but they will definitely be in the playoffs. Definitely will be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'll say they be
Hey,
seventh seed.
yeah. Tell Michael Jordan to get out of retirement, come into his prime, go to the Bulls. Y'all will get your seventh championship probably right there, right there. But other than that, y'all gonna be probably in the seventh seed, and probably the seventh seed, sixth seed. Probably now. I will say the Bulls in seven. In the seventh seed, because I just don't know how they're gonna fit with everybody in the Eastern Conference. They're gonna be in the playoffs, but we're gonna see. I already got my playoff, Eastern and Western Conference down 1 through 8 in playing games. Who's gonna fight be in the playing games? But the Bulls definitely gonna be in the playoffs. So calm down on the seventh championship.
And so out of New York, you can't really do much in New York unless you're vaccinated. Got to show proof of everything now. Kyrie
Mm-hmm.
cannot practice because of New York. So
Yeah.
how is this going to affect the Nets?
I don't think it's gonna affect the Knicks at all. I really don't think so. Uh, as long as James Harden healthy, you can do it in the Eastern Conference with James Harden, Kevin Durant. After the Achilles injury, Kevin Durant showed no regression at all. Showed no aggression at all. The man averaged 34 points per game in that series versus 43 points per game in that series versus the Milwaukee Bucks. What's good, Coach Spotlight?
You know, they
So with a healthy James Harden, with a healthy James Harden, I think James Harden in Brooklyn will be fine without Kyrie Irving. I think they still will be fine. I thought if James Harden was still healthy, if they even had a healthy James Harden, they would have beat Milwaukee. That's how dominant Kevin Durant was. If they if they had a healthy James Harden, they would have probably beat Milwaukee still.
well, Durant would have they would have won if Durant didn't put his foot on that
Put
line.
us put on the line. That made a
Put
difference in Kevin
by
Durant.
this
Yo,
much, this much, he had his foot on the line and definitely would have beat Milwaukee. But I don't know. Moving forward, will we see Kyrie again? He won't. You know the whole vaccination thing. Of course, obviously he's not vaccinated because he can't
hmm
practice. Don't know how that's going to be moving forward. But I don't know. Like they could. Not saying the Nets could be in trouble, but if something
hmm
happens to Harden, maybe they may be in trouble because Durant can't do it all
Yeah,
by
they, and
himself.
some yeah, if some happens to Harden, they will be definitely be in trouble. But what a healthy James Harden and a Kevin Durant, I still think you can get by. I still think you can get by Milwaukee if they both turn out to be healthy. But the problem is James Harden had a hamstring issue that was literally bothering him and stopping him from playing the way he was. So he clearly wasn't 100%. And Kevin Durant was so tired he had to do it all, but he nearly beat them by himself. So yeah, man. So with a healthy James Harden, they definitely can beat him. They definitely can do it.
We definitely know the the cards hold for Kyrie Irving. We don't know about that whole situation. Going to get vaccinated? Is he not? I know Andrew Wiggins. He just did the whole vaccination thing. He was like, it's either not play basketball, the game that I love, or get vaccinated. And he chose to get vaccinated, so he's gonna, he's gonna play with the Wizards. Don't know what the whole
Mm-hmm.
situation is with Kyrie Irving this year. Is he going to play? Do we want to play? We don't know. But New York, you gotta have the vaccination card to get in the gyms and practices, and he can't. They're in Brooklyn, i.e. New York. He can't do it. But so we don't know what's going to hold for the Nets in Kyrie. Do the Nets find them? Do they? I don't know. We don't know what this is going to be. The story thickens and it's going to continue. But yeah, we're not going to talk about that light skinned guy that's in Philadelphia. We're not going to talk about him because I'm tired of
Let's
hearing
do
about
it.
him.
I'm just playing.
Tired of hearing about him all in Philadelphia news. So we just going to bypass the whole Ben Simmons thing. They're saying that the Pacers possibly could want him for Caddis LeVert. Like I don't know. I don't want to talk about it till it's set in stone. Next time
Yep.
I hear something, I want to hear Ben Simmons has been traded to wherever. It's just like we're not paying him his money. We got the Ben sexuals out here, the Ben fanboys who supporting him. It's like how you expect your employer to pay you if you're not coming to work? That's
Yep.
stupid. We got the Ben fanboys talking about the Sixers should give him his money. No, you're not
If you're
coming
not
to
out there
work.
working, if you're
Why
not
am I
working,
paying you?
why give you your money? Why I gotta pay you if you're not out there coming to practice and working and being a professional? Being a professional until
So
we
get out of
find the
here.
right deal to get you up out of here. Until we find the right deal to get you up out of here, he should be at work. So that's a great job by the 76ers. If he not working, he not being professional, don't pay him. Don't give him his money. If he not gonna
Exactly.
show up, find him
He
every single
worrying
time.
he worrying about his houses in LA. He got a house in
Mm-hmm.
LA. He worrying about his cars. He worrying about his girlfriend. He's worrying. It's like Shaq and them say, "You are not good. You
Yep.
should be wanting to be. You should want to be great. You should want to work on your skill to be better. Just like they say, you a jump shot away from being a LeBron 2.0.
Yep. From being a
But you
stud, actually a stud. But the problem is
but you
he don't want to do it. He don't want to
You
shoot.
don't want to work. It's not Philadelphia's
Yep.
fault because we stood behind you the whole 5 years when you were here. I got accustomed to you. Okay, you're not going to shoot. At least be aggressive. That's okay. Let you sit and give us our money back that you're stealing. So therefore, we're not paying you. So you can go cry and be a little baby because you didn't like what we said, and you can't play with Ben. You can't play with Joel Embiid. Get out of here. You can't. That's another. See, I'm going off tangent. Don't
Hey,
let talk about 2-5 no more.
I can say Joel Embiid can't play with him because he can't shoot. He can't shoot on the court. I can say Joel Embiid can't play with him. He want to say Joel he can't play with Joel Embiid. It's him. He's the reason they playing 5-on-4 basketball. He's the reason. So if you want to say anybody that can't play with Ben Simmons can't play with anybody, you can't play with Ben Simmons. The only way you're gonna play with this guy if the guy switches position and go to the four. It's not gonna work at a point guard position. You can't. You can handle the ball. You can be a point power forward. You can be that. But you got to get your ass out there and play power forward and just get shooters around you. He does that. He will be fine. When he doesn't have to worry about shooting a basketball. He doesn't. When you're at the four, you don't have to worry about shooting a basketball. You don't have to worry about all that. At point guard, you have to worry about all of that. You have to worry about all of that. Pick and roll. How can guys run the pick and roll if you can't shoot? If you can't do that, so yeah.
Damien. So why the hell should he play for a city that doesn't want him there? Damn right he doesn't want to come to work. It ain't even about nobody wants him. We wanted him. We it's just we're tired of his stuff. Like for 5 years, you don't want to get better. You put these videos out here in the gym of you shooting and everything else. Where is it in the game? There's no way you don't take a shot in the fourth quarter of the game 7 to get you to the Eastern Conference Finals. There's no way you don't take no shot. There's no way you pass a wide open dunk
slam dunk
after you done got past Trae Young. You done got past Trae Young. There's nobody there. What do? You give the ball up to Matisse Thybulle and he gets fouled and makes 1 and 2 at the line. That's where the momentum shifts.
Yeah, and in the next play after that, Trae Young been struggling all game, but he made the middle shot. He made the 3-pointer, and that was the nail in the coffin. So, like I say, I've been telling people, everybody say Ben Simmons can shoot, but he don't shoot. I'm not buying that. The guy was a 53% 3-point shooter. I'm not buying that he could shoot. I'm not buying that at all. Until I see him does it in the game, and does it in the game, at least shoot to keep the defense honest, I'm not going to buy he can shoot. So all those videos that he's shooting at that doesn't mean nothing. That doesn't mean nothing. He's not doing it in the game, and it's hurting his basketball team when he's not doing it.
And you talking about, it's not his job to fix his trade value. I mean, in actuality, the more and more that you're sitting around doing nothing, the more and more your values go down. And the more and more you're going to sit and get fined and everything else. Because the Sixers aren't budging. They're not paying you, bro. So you might as well do something else or try to. But if somebody, honestly, I think if somebody don't want to trade him or want to sign him, his career is done. His career is over. He might as well go play overseas somewhere. It's done in the NBA. But moving on from 2-5, I'm done about talking about 2-5. I want to hear him going the next time we talk about the Sixers, or the next time we talk about the Sixers. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey is going to be your guy. Tyrese Maxey is going to be your starting point guard. Tobias Harris will probably be that second scorer. Seth Curry will probably be that third scorer. We all know Joel Embiid is going to dominate and be the best center that he can be. He's going to be back healthy, hopefully, and he'll be back to his MVP-like self, which last year he should have got MVP, but because he got hurt, they gave it to Jokic. End of that story. Sixers is done. I don't want to hear nothing about Ben Simmons. I'm tired of talking about him. So we're going to go on to the NFL. Great week in NFL. Week 4, we've seen some upsets. We've seen some excitement. God. We've seen some tragedies. We're going to go all of that. We're going to go over that. And so Damien says he's done, needs to shoot when there is no other players on the team. If he wants to play defense, let him play defense. You're crying for.
Nah, Damien, get up out of there with that blasphemous. Get up out of there with that blasphemous. Get up out of there. Get up out of there. Give me. Why is the reason they've been getting their ass kicked in the playoffs for the last couple of years? Because of Ben Simmons is a reliability on the offensive side of the basketball, not being able to space the flow, not being able to do pick and rolls in shooting. I understand he's a great defender. I understand that.
You can't just not go win your games. Just being
just not going. Yes.
Win your games.
Yes. I don't care about that regular season. In the playoffs, everything slows down. It is half court basketball in the playoffs. He has to be able to produce in the playoffs. Some type of offense. Why do you think other guys stay in the league? Dirk Nowitzki, Vince Carter, Steve Nash. They can all do one thing. The one thing that Ben Simmons could never do and not doing right now, that is shoot the basketball. That's why guys last 19 years in the league, 20 years in the league, because they can shoot the ball. That's why guys are playing in the big three right now, because they still can shoot the ball, something that Ben Simmons will not do, and I don't think he can do. They don't pass up an open dunk for because he's scared to shoot a free throw. They don't do that. So get up out of here with that. 3 out of the last 2 years, 3 out of the last 2 years, you lost to Boston in a horrific fashion because Ben Simmons not able to make plays on the offensive side of the ball and run pick and roll. And then you just got beat by Atlanta Hawks team with a struggling Trae Young. Lost two 25-point leads because Ben Simmons is a reliability. And another thing, and I'm gonna get through with this. Why does Tyrese Maxey play more minutes in Game 6 and Game 7 than Ben Simmons? Because Doc Rivers realized the offense was more better. And Tyrese Maxey can literally shoot the ball and make an impact. That's why.
That's how we won Game 6. Not
Yep.
Tyrese Maxey. It was Tyrese Maxey and Shake Milton coming off the bench.
Yep.
Tyrese Maxey got 16 points. The kid he's only 20, but he's not scared. He was in the gym working on his 3-point shot. Summer league, he's Tyrese Maxey is going to be the guy. It's going to be that guy, and I'm just so happy. Oh hell.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Goolie. I bet
Yes.
that's Goolie.
Yup.
Yeah, I just see him. What he good? He coming to talk about the Bears? I heard you.
Yeah. Oh hell, he's coming in.
They go good.
I think he might come and address the situation here we got at hand going
About
on.
Philadelphia. Oh, Damien. Yeah, he got a. Yeah, I know how Goolie feel about Damien. The Rockets
Jesus
just won.
Christ.
My Rockets just won 125 to 119. Shout out to Josh Christopher, who had a big fourth quarter. 11 points in the fourth quarter. Shout out to Christopher.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, MalcGoolie is in the chat here. What's going on, Mr. Darren? How you doing? Goolie, what is going on, Goolie?
What's good,
All
Goolie?
right, what's up, guys? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Not here to cause a ruckus, but I have to address the elephant in the room. These damn comments. Look, Damien, let me be honest with you, 100%. I'm going to ask you a question. Do you really sincerely think that Ben Simmons and the whole Philadelphia saga is all on Philly? Technically, 5% it is, but at the same time, 95% of it is all Ben. Ben absolutely refuses to take jump shots. He absolutely refuses to be aggressive. So let me ask you a question. So Ben Simmons, and this is why I believe I'm starting to agree that Shaq's opinion.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, man, you did, bro. Oh, man, don't do it.
He is in the building.
What up, Coach?
Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, I'm starting to agree with Shaq. We need to stop babying these players. And that's what's going on here. Like, Ben Simmons has been babied ever since he's been drafted. Like, Philly knew that he couldn't shoot. And the goal was, in the process, is, well, to let him not be scared to shoot. But that has failed and backfired on Philly. That's on Philly. But at the same time, if Ben Simmons doesn't want to go out and leave his Fortnite cave or his godforsaken, I'm going to piss off a lot of gamers for what I'm about to say. Call of Duty is trash. Modern Warfare is trash. If you rather do that than work on your game, you have serious problems. It's a mental problem with Ben Simmons. And that's why Ben Simmons will be, well, I thought he was going to be a Pacers, but it seemed like it's not going to happen because Philly is asking for the sun and moon. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are not getting Chris LeVert. I'm pretty sure EJ would low-key shave his whole head.
I don't want Chris LeVert.
Like, to be honest, though, like, the best thing for Ben Simmons, quite frankly, is Sacramento. That's the team he needs to go to.
Sacramento don't want him. Sacramento's not going to give up a Darian Fox, a Buddy Hield, or a Tyrese Halliburton. So if that's
well, shoot, to be honest, Or hell, you might as well make a trade to let him go to Minnesota because Minnesota, there's been the talk of Karl Anthony Towns wants out because they're about to go a whole 180 on their
Embiid and Towns on the
They've been
same
organization.
going.
court. That's not going to work.
They've been going to the Timberwolves been going to 180 in the last 25 years. Stop it.
Yep. I mean, if it's anything, if Ben Simmons say he doesn't want to play with Joel Embiid, if I'm Joel Embiid, I wouldn't want to play with him. He's the reason it hasn't worked.
Lord,
I
we
wouldn't
got
want to play with him.
everybody on the
Sixers don't
7200
pay
second
Ben
podcast
Simmons.
tonight.
I wouldn't want to play with him.
What's going on, Mitch?
Sixers
Like, I feel
don't
so
pay
bad
him.
for Phillies
Don't
fans
pay
right
Ben
now.
Simmons a fucking dime.
Don't give
pay
him
him
a piece of
Like,
bread.
it's so sad.
Don't give him a piece of bread.
We're talking about this, man.
Don't give him a piece of bread.
We started talking about Ben Simmons, and then Damian here with his blasphemous ass comments, so that brought up D and Gooley. That's the only reason why
I'm laying down on my bed before I go out fuck to work, and this motherfucker gets up here talking all this dumb shit. It's only Damian that talks this dumb shit. I don't mind if the motherfucker shoots, but he don't attempt to shoot. He can be
Damian,
fucking 50 feet. He can be 50 feet away from the fucking basket, and he still doesn't shoot. Screw him.
Let me say this right now. The Bulls are not getting Ben Simmons. First off, we don't need Ben Simmons.
Yep.
And you're going to say, oh, but the defensive side. Did you not see the show Chicago put on tonight against Cleveland?
Obviously, Damian doesn't watch fucking basketball because he doesn't know shit. He don't know football.
Yeah, you're right, coach.
He don't know baseball. He don't know hockey. He don't know rugby. He don't know none of that shit.
Only the mariachi.
Don't know college.
Shit, he don't even know the Christmas tree as in Donte's fucking camera. What?
Yeah, I meant to ask that. Don, why you have your Christmas tree up this early?
I see Christmas tree.
Oh no, that remind me. I've been had that Christmas tree up since a long time. That remind me of my grandma. When my grandma passed away, so I just kept that up there for. That remind me.
That makes sense.
Makes sense. But Damian don't know shit about Christmas either because he stays in the flower bedroom in the basement.
Damian doesn't even know.
Damian crazy. Hey, Damian crazy.
Damian, you bring this on yourself, and then you get mad at us when we be telling you the truth. So I'm going to echo something. You may be one of my mods, and you may be a Bears fan, and you may be a delusional son of a bitch when it comes to the Bears and the Bulls. You want to go back to old trends. Look what Chicago did tonight.
131 points.
They dominated. I've never seen a Bulls team like this dominated. Since when? Since when, y'all? Let's say it. The Jordan years. I don't even think the D-Rose years nobody has dominated like that. Like, my God, if this is what we're getting.
Yeah, the Rosen had 13, Vukovic had 10, Green had 13, Lonzo had 8, Levine had 25, Brown Jr. had 13, Caruso had 10. So, I mean, they were spreading the
ball around.
Let me ask you this. So you think we really need Ben Simmons? Nope.
Levine was 4 for 6 from the 3.
See,
Levine is better than Ben Simmons. So why would you get Ben Simmons when
Caruso had a double-double? He had 10 assists and 10 points in preseason.
Like I said, the Bulls are back. They're back. They're a force to be reckoned with, and that's why I be telling these idiots at my job. I have 2 Milwaukee Bucks fans at my job that you can't say shit to them, and then they're stuck in limbo saying, "Oh, why nobody wants to come to Milwaukee?" First off, nobody wants to come because number one, you guys will be over in cap. Number two, it's freaking cold in Milwaukee. No one's good. What's there in Milwaukee?
Can I get a new NBA team? I'm done with the Sixers.
Besides
my God.
beer, alcohol, what is left?
I'm still here.
Defensively, yeah, we do. No, we don't.
I'm divorced to the Sixers.
Ball put on a show defensively. What are you talking about? Delusional Damian, someone please
don't highlight his comments anymore.
I want to say this right now. Someone please call the number for Life Alert, because his life is about to be alerted right now if I go back to Chicago. Okay.
Donte.
I
I'm
fall
sorry,
and
but
I
I'm ready to
can't get
divorce
up.
the Philadelphia 76ers until Ben Simmons leaves. And then when Ben Simmons leaves, I will remarry the Sixers.
Trust the
Wait,
process.
right now you're separated. You're not fully divorced. You're on a separation.
I'm trying. Listen, I'm about to put my papers in. Fuck being separated.
Hey,
I'm about
D,
to turn. I'm about to
hey,
turn in
D,
my
you
two
can be a
weeks to
Bulls
them.
fan. You
So
can come to the
I don't want to
red and
listen. You know
white.
what? I'm just gonna be. I'm gonna be all 29 teams besides the Sixers. I'm a fan of all 29 teams besides the Sixers.
I bet a baby does.
Wait,
Oh
can you
my
talk about
God.
the Paris revert?
Mitch,
I
you got
don't want
anything?
people keep saying that we will trade for Chris LeVert. I don't want Chris LeVert because he's always got some type of health issue.
Oh,
No,
When the
Chris
last
Catus
LeVert got
LeVert.
when
Yeah.
the last
issues.
when
He
the
has
last time we
major
seen
health
LeVert
issues.
on the floor? When the last
To
time
Yeah.
we
be
actually seen LeVert on the floor?
to be honest though,
When he was
your
a
best
Brooklyn
bet.
Net. He
To be
barely played
honest,
for
He
the Pacers last
he
to
year.
he
be
played
honest, your
like a
best bet.
couple. He played like a
Your
couple
best.
games for the Pacers, but and then he had a kidney issue or something like that. Yeah, they kept him
Yeah,
out.
like
Yeah,
he got too many health issues for me, and I don't want him. I don't want a player that's going to keep having
yeah.
health issues. I'm good with
Stop
that.
highlighting his comment. He's not making any sense.
You said Bulls
I
need
didn't mean to
to
highlight
Stop
it. You had to read
highlighting
it.
Damien's comment. It's
Vucevic.
bullshit.
I just had to read it. So Ben Simmons is not a center. He's clearly
He's a power.
a
I put him
bitch
at power
magnum
forward.
3000.
I put him at power forward.
Let me
He
say
could be
this.
Ben Simmons can be a 3 and a 4 if he can be aggressive as a scorer,
But
not
here's how.
just shooting the ball,
But
but
wait a
just
minute.
being
But here's how
aggressive as
stupid.
a scorer.
But here's how stupid Damian is. Luka only plays one position.
Oh my
Center.
god!
Center.
Stop feeding
Damian.
into Damien's bullshit.
It's
All he
hard
gonna do is
to.
give you. All he gonna do is give you gray hair that you can't get right now because you're bald.
I
What up, cousin
can't.
Payne?
That's cold, D. You didn't have to go that route, but
No,
okay.
I'm just saying, like, it's like, okay, with Damien's comments is like trying to give Tay-Rock hair. Come on.
Okay, that makes sense.
Damn.
That makes it better sense.
Mitch, you got anything to say about this Ben Simmons thing? 'Cause everybody hopped on this. They just
I know Mitch
it was
is
a
sick of it.
bandwagon. It was a jump on Damien.
What was that thing? What? I mean, what was that? Oh my God, I'm tired. What was that, Darian?
Like hell, the Bulls are about to get the emotional lesbian, and I don't know how to feel about that because I've been making fun
Oh
of
boy.
DeMarcus Cousins for years. I've been
Y'all getting
calling him an
ready.
emotional lesbian for
Only
years.
team I could see Ben Simmons.
Like personally, I
going to
really
is
wanted
the
Andre
Pacers.
Drummond.
That's the only
But
team.
the Sixers took that away from us.
Listen, y'all can say
Bastard.
whatever y'all can. Y'all want to call somebody an emotional lesbian? Ben Simmons is more of an emotional lesbian than DeMarcus Cousins. I can say that.
That's a
At
fact.
least DeMarcus Cousins got a ring.
Did you guys talk about his apartment? Him selling his apartment?
I don't give a shit about selling his apartment. How about you shoot the basketball and score some points? How about that? You know why he's selling his apartment? Because the Sixers ain't fucking paying him right now.
I know that.
I think what's gonna happen here. Obviously, Ben. If you do cut Ben and you have a penalty in cap, all that dead cap. Two, I don't know. This might be controversial, but I think you guys need to fire Doc.
Facts.
Doc.
Agree with
Doc.
that 1,000%.
Fire Doc. Hold on. How can you say fire Doc and he hasn't even been here 4 years?
I don't know. Something about Doc, like ever since he left Boston, it's just he has like this bad
Okay.
juju on him.
Okay. So my next question to you is: what better coach out there right now that's available that's better than Doc Rivers?
So far, nobody now.
My point exactly.
Because the Pacers
so you might as well
just-
just keep him when you got him.
The Pacers. God damn it, D. The Pacers. God damn it. The Pacers.
Damian, don't talk because we about to smoke y'all on Sunday. And that's
Oh
a
my
fact.
God! I don't feel like talking about that. I even told
We
people
about to
at
smoke
work.
y'all on Sunday. So
I even told people at work we're not beating the
read in the
Raiders.
chat when
Wait,
I
who are
go
the Raiders
live
playing on
for
Sunday?
Raiders and Bears on Sunday because we about to smoke the fuck out of y'all. And Max Crosby about to have a field day on Jason Peters. Keep playing with me.
My God.
Are you guys
Yeah, the
doing
Raiders
live
are going to
stream watch
destroy the
along or
Bears.
no?
I have no faith. There's no way. Like our schedule is rough,
We
y'all.
ain't even talk about the NFL yet. That's coming up. We was just finishing basketball. I know y'all had to come on and gang up on Damien.
But shoot, ganging up on Damien is like trying to gang up on a porn star when you found out that it's your remote you're having sex with. So Yeah.
It's worse than that with Damian.
Okay, well, let's say this. It's like trying to like it's like basically like your pizza's in the oven when you just realize your whole house got burned down. That's basically what Damien. This whole thing with Damien is.
No, Damian is just like Jake Pizza when he was drunk.
Oh my
Burnt,
God!
burnt his
No.
fucking toast.
How about mysteriously somehow you got that half carton of ice cream and the whole thing comes out?
Mm.
Sure.
No, I got one for you because a lot of people on this panel is from experienced the 80s and 90s. He's like that double cereal. Remember when Nintendo had like a double cereal package? One was like a Legend of Zelda, and the other half was like Super Mario Brothers. That's Damien in a nutshell.
No,
He's two
you want to talk
cereals
about old
in one.
school? Damien is just like one of those generic cereal boxes that have the turntable on the front of it.
King Vitamin. King
Or it
Vitamin.
just say cereal.
Yeah, it just
No,
say cereal. He's like one of the generic. He's like one of the generic cereals from Save a Lot.
my God.
You know what I'm talking
But also,
Oh
about.
my
You know
God.
what I'm talking
I didn't know D was even on here, but D, appreciate it. But you guys get your free freaking win. I'm mad I have to live stream that shit.
about. We gonna
Y'all
take
got
our
a free
anger out
win.
on the Bears.
Y'all got
We
a
gonna
free
take our
win
anger out
because
on the
there's no
Bears.
way. Matt Nagy still believes that Andy Dalton is still the future.
If
For
Andy
Christ's
Dalton's starting
sakes.
against our defense, good luck with that.
Oh my God! Like we are fucked, and we don't even have a run game now because David's
Because
out.
Montgomery's done for the year.
No, he's not done for the year. He's only done for like a month.
4 to
But-
From what
5
I've
weeks.
heard, they said that he tore his
Damn.
ACL.
He didn't tear his ACL. He's had a knee sprain. He's
Yeah,
not.
he's out 4 to 5
He's
weeks.
not out for the
I
year.
saw a tweet from Adam Schefter that says a possibility that he tore his ACL.
This is the same Adam Schefter that damn near fucked up with the whole Aaron Rodgers situation.
Yep. Aaron Rodgers situation.
Yeah, so fuck it.
He didn't fuck up with the Aaron. He didn't
he's-
fuck up with the Aaron Rodgers situation. Aaron Rodgers fucked himself up thinking that he was leaving.
To be honest, the sad part is we don't get Tariq Cohen until we play Green Bay, and that's next week. That's another L. Yeah, we're about to lose 4 freaking straight. No, like you're laughing, Donte, but I'm so serious. Like, look it up. The Bears have the 3rd hardest schedule in the NFL, and I think it's time for the NFL to start changing that fucking rule.
That's not going to happen.
It needs to. It's not going to happen,
It's
but
not.
it needs to.
The Raiders been having the top 10 schedule for the last 20 years.
Like I'm like who like can somebody Google who has the number 1 hardest schedule and the number 2 hardest schedule? Because we all know Chicago got 3.
I don't know, but Damian was like, who's really to blame for this drama for Ben Simmons? Who asked for the trade or the 76ers not giving him a trade? Technically, the fans. The fans want
The
Ben
fans
Simmons out.
want out.
The fans want Ben Simmons out, and the Sixers organization is listening to it, and they seeing what type of person that Ben Simmons is. Him not showing up to practice is not our fault. We just want to see improvement. Something that Ben Simmons has not done since he's been drafted. He looks the same. He has not regressed. He has not progressed. What he does is stay on a fucking stagnant line and think that he doesn't need any improvement. And he does. That's why he would never be an elite. He would never be a real considered superstar in this league because he don't want to put in the work to be a superstar.
Like he only shows up for like the half of the season, and then when it's playoff time, it's like, oh well,
He
fuck
does,
you.
he does good enough just to get to the All-Star game, and then he chokes. Because before the All-Star game, he was killing it.
Last year?
Yeah.
Did or did I not say that all last year? He's just playing basketball to be an all-star. He's not playing basketball to be a superstar. He's not playing basketball to win championships. He's there to be a first half of the season type of player and then fucks up. Period.
Now the funny thing about it is like, oh my God, I still remember this to this day. D, I'm sorry, I'm bringing back an old memory, but when I was at Ben Simmons.
Don't talk about the jump shot. Please don't talk about the jump
shot.
shot.
Yeah, not the jump shot. It's when Ben Simmons or it was. No, it was when I don't know. It was when they took on the Bulls. I don't know if it was Ben Simmons or was it Joel Embiid that just didn't, guard
Here goes
Oh,
Darn
Levine.
reminders. I have
Hold
to.
on. First
If
of
you want to
all,
bring
first of
up,
all, let me adjust to Damien. Let me answer to Damien. First of all, Devin Booker is in a stack conference with a lot of the great best shooting guards. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, all of those guys, and getting overlooked while Ben Simmons is in an Eastern Conference. Is in an
Oh,
Eastern
weak in
Conference.
Eastern
In
Conference
the
at
West,
you
that.
know
in the
why?
West got way more talent, way more talent in a Western Conference, and you gonna say he makes it over Devin Booker? Get up out of here.
He was making it.
Speaking of
No,
Phoenix
he's
right
saying
now,
because
like
Iverson Vlogs
they better
is
pay
a
Aiton.
Suns
They
fan.
better pay Aiton.
Iverson Vlogs is a Suns fan. He's saying that Ben Simmons was making all the All-Star games with the
Oh,
Suns.
okay. I thought that was Damien. Yeah, but I
No,
mean,
that's
Devin
Iverson
Booker. Yeah.
Vlogs. He's
Okay,
correct.
okay. My bad. I'm looking at. Yeah, you correct on that. You correct on that. That's why
No,
I had to speak up because Devin Booker is in a tougher conference than Ben Simmons,
He
but
is in
but
a
let's
he should
tougher
also
still make
conference,
it.
but I still feel like he gets overlooked. It's kind of fucked
Yes,
up, but
yes.
he
He's
still gets
definitely getting
overlooked.
overlooked. He's definitely a stud.
like
So I
I
have one more
agree. Booker is a
NBA topic
stud.
before we went on to the NFL. They
My
got the
bad, officer.
GMs and everybody else picking KD to win MVP this year. What's y'all thoughts about that?
I mean,
I'm
it's
not mad.
possible. I'm not going to disagree with
I'm
that
not
because
mad.
I'm not
I'm not
mad
mad about that
because
because here's the thing. I
the
mean,
my question is, can Kevin Durant play at least 60 out of the 82 games? At least 60.
Hmm.
That's my thing because now we get into an NBA where everything is fucking low management. How can you really make somebody an MVP when they sit in majority of the fucking games in 1 year? Like
Jerry
you can't
Krause would
really make
be in
somebody.
heaven right
That's
now
why
if he saw the
LeBron
NBA
James
right now.
is. People don't like it, but this is why LeBron James is in the MVP conversation every year because he plays majority of the 82 games. I'm sorry to say, and he's
LeBron stays in
consistent
shape.
with it.
Yeah, Mitch just said screw this. Mitch just said screw it.
LeBron stays in shape. He takes care of himself. What can you say? But KD, like I said, if he can stay healthy, if he can at least, like I said, at least play half those games, he definitely I think I can see an MVP for KD because last
You
year
can see it for you can same thing for Harden. You can see it for James Harden too.
Hmm. But like the reason why it will kind of be tougher because they both will take it away from each other. Because Harden, like I say, with a healthy, at least Harden and Kevin Durant, they still could possibly beat the Milwaukee Bucks
But the
and win it
difference
all.
with
Even
Harden
yeah,
now, when he's in Brooklyn, his assist numbers had came up. That makes
yeah.
him more of a caliber MVP because
Hmm.
now he's still getting his numbers plus the double digit assists that he's averaging in
Yep.
Brooklyn, which he was not doing in Houston.
I mean, he
If it
had
won't be
one in
KD, it could
Houston. He
be
had he had a
Giannis.
couple. He had one double digit season. That was the year. That was the year he asked for all them shooters. So he had one. He did it one time in Houston. And other than that, everything else was 7, 8 assists. But you're right. His numbers went up. His assist numbers definitely went up in Brooklyn. I definitely agree with you on that. But it's not possible for James Harden to win MVP. He definitely
and we
could. So
definitely don't know what's going to happen with the whole Kyrie thing. 'Cause like I said, in New York, you got to be vaccinated to get in those practice facilities, and Kyrie's not vaccinated, so that's why he's not practicing. He can't
Man,
practice.
I'm done with Kyrie. Kyrie could kick fucking rocks and just retire.
I'm sorry. If
Just
anybody
retire.
believes that the world is flat, you are a freaking idiot. I'm sorry. The world is not flat. I'm pretty sure, like, the world is not like a freaking flatbread pizza. It's not flat.
All right, so we are in hour number 2, and this is our NFL time. So if y'all want to stick around and join in, y'all can.
Can I just say something before I go there when it comes to the NFL?
No problem.
What is the true meaning of a taunting penalty? Because Monday night, Darren Waller just spiked the ball down after he got a first down, but how is that considered taunting?
Because the NFL is soft as hell.
I don't
I'm
see
I'm
why.
just
I
not.
don't. That
I'm just
that
not
that is
understanding. I think in the all season they need to take the taunting away because it takes the
yeah.
fun out of the fucking game.
Yeah, you taking
It
the
takes the
fun
fun
out the
out of the
game.
game.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then I just want to state before I get off because I gotta start getting ready for work soon, and blah 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 blah. But
Look,
when it comes to the Monday night game, I just want to address this because I was not able to do any YouTube content since I started working. So with that being said, um, The Raiders took too long to get things going. John Gruden is a terrible play caller when it comes to first halves. He's a good play caller when it comes to second halves, but we was just down 21-0, and we just couldn't come back from it. And I knew it was going to catch up with us when it comes
Woo!
to
It's a wrap for the Yankees.
Yeah, the Yankees are
I
done.
mean,
They loaded
I
with
just
a
think the play calling, even though people say, "Oh, Josh Jacobs was back," I knew that he wasn't going to have an effective game because I've been saying this all along. When it comes to the run game, we don't have a fucking running game. We just don't. Our offensive line is not that great. And people be like, "Oh, we should have kept Rodney Hudson. Oh, we should have kept Gabe Jackson." But you got to think about the salary cap that we had. We wouldn't be able to go out and get certain people on the defensive side of the ball. And now you got to look at it. Trayvon Mullen might be out. Damon Arnett might be out. Nate
That's
Hobbs has a
terrible.
concussion. So defensively, we just look bad on our back end right now. But at the same time, I mean, Justin Herbert and the Chargers, they played well. They played good. They outcoached us. They outplayed us. And I give respect where credit is due, even though I still hate the Johnson & Johnson ass fucking jerseys and Justin Herbert looking like somebody from Baywatch. I mean, I'm just saying. But I mean,
But it's all good. You get your free
the Raiders
win on
try to come
Sunday.
back.
I thought.
The Raiders. You thought what?
No, I was gonna say this, and to get to a point about the Raiders, the biggest drive of the game when that field goal was missed, I thought that was the biggest drive of the game for the Raiders when that field goal was actually missed. I thought the Raiders actually had momentum.
I think it was the plays before that though, because if you look at it,
Yeah,
the play before that, you call a timeout on the on the 32,
yeah.
and we can't go for it. We can't get 2 fucking yards.
You should have went for it. You should have went for it. You should have went for it. Yeah.
no that interception. The interceptions would kill y'all.
No, but that was late. That was late though. That was like late in the game when the game was already out of reach.
Eckler scored?
No, they was driving. It could have. No,
But it was-
the Raiders was driving to score again.
Yeah, but we was already down 2 touchdowns with a minute.
Yeah, they was down 28-14 with like a minute left.
It wouldn't have made no sense. But what really killed us is that 32, and then
Yeah.
you gotta look at so many 3 and outs that the Raiders had, and the defense went out on the field and got us so many 3 and outs for the Chargers, and we just didn't capitalize on it offensively. So I mean, you can say, oh, the defense gave up 28 points, but the defense gave up 28 points when the defense had more time.
Had more.
Defense
Yeah.
had more of a time of possession than the offense had time of possession.
Let
People
me-
was on the field too long.
Well, like I said, you guys get a free win. The only way Chicago wins is John Gruden be conservative. Like that's the only way Chicago wins.
Which is the problem? He's too
That
conservative
would
in
be
the
the only
half.
way Chicago wins.
He's too conservative in the first half, and that's why we get down. It happened in Miami. It happened in Baltimore. It happened in Pittsburgh. We got down early, and we had to come back in the second half. But why we can't play 60 minutes of fucking football?
And that's another thing too. Like for us, like the only way.
Hold up, before I go. Even Carr said it in the presser that he can't explain why we started so slow in the first half. He can't say it to the public. So something's going on behind the scenes on why we're starting slow in the beginning of games.
Carr was great in the second half, man. He threw some hell of a passes to Henry Ruggs.
You know why?
Yeah, he was great in the second half.
Why? Because Gruden finally opens up the playbook. Listen, Gruden needs to realize that we're not a running football team. We don't have an offensive line to run the football. Let Derek Carr throw that shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Because with Chicago's game plan here, well, number one, Nagy's no longer play calling. Praise the Lord. Bill Lazor had a chance, and Bill Lazor made Justin Fields look like he was in Ohio State. That's how it was. The only problem is it was Detroit, not the Packers. But, basically...
I don't even know who y'all starting quarterback is this week, is it?
To be honest, though, I don't want it to be Fields, to be honest with you, because that defense kind of frightens me from the Raiders. Like, for God's sakes, if Cleveland can get to Justin Fields 9 fucking times, there's no comparison on what the Raiders would do, and I don't want the Raiders to kill our future. So your best bet, unfortunately, would have to be Andy or Nick Foles. But here's, like I said, the only way for the Bears to win, John Gruden's conservative play calling, and Khalil Mack somehow, some way getting to Derek Carr.
Khalil Mack would have a field day with Alex Leatherwood. You didn't see what Joey Bosa
Montgomery
was doing with
isn't
him?
playing,
Not
Damian.
just that, but
I
you also
keep
got to
telling y'all.
not just hold on, D. Not just Mack, but you also got to put in Akeem Hicks as well.
I'm not worried about Akeem Hicks. I'm not worried.
And then
And I'm
Eddie
gonna tell you
Goldman
why,
too.
because our guards are good. It's just our tackles, our left side is good. Our left and right side of the guards are good, and the left side of the tackle is a Khalil Mack versus Alex Leatherwood that's going to be the fucking issue. I'm not afraid of
Look how I'm feeling. Jason Peters versus Ben Crosby. I don't want to see that. So, Bill Lazor, I hope you're taking notes because you need to. If we somehow somebody beat the Raiders, I will be shocked. I will low-key do a backflip on my channel and literally do the worm while my back is pretzel.
I would want to see this backflip.
I will do a back.
It would be more of a cartwheel than a backflip.
Shit, I'll do a carpal tunnel backflip or something. I'll freaking.
He gonna break his neck. He gonna break his damn neck.
I will literally hump the floor if the fucking Bears beat the Raiders, and if that happens, that's hella momentum for us.
If the Bears beat the Raiders, I'm not picking the Raiders the rest of the year. I'm letting it be known now.
I mean,
if
Chicago's not a bad team. The problem
Chicago
is
Bears,
if the Raiders
lose to the Chicago Bears, I will not pick the Raiders the rest of the year. I won't.
Oh my God! Like the only thing I would be scared of, I'm like this. When after that game is like Hammer. If y'all lose to us, I'll be like, Hammer, you buenas Cespedes, or
you might just put me in solitary.
Not playing, so your best
I'm
bet
not camming up. I'll tell you, if we lose this week, I'm not camming up the rest of the year on the morning show. I'm just not.
Oh God!
I'm not camming up.
I'm
not camming up because like it's just like wearing a paper bag when you have a bad team.
So you're basically the girl from Scary Movie 2 that gave Shorty head at the end of the movie?
Well, not the head part, but I was definitely wearing a brown paper bag.
Okay. And Damian Fields is not.
I'm resting until I gotta go to work tonight.
Like Montgomery is not playing.
D, I will see you tomorrow for AEW. Wait, what time are we supposed to be there?
AEW is 8:00.
Doors open at 6.
Okay.
Yeah, doors open at 6.
I'll probably be down there 7ish. But AEW is tomorrow.
I gotta go to Staples and print these fucking tickets out.
That's a bitch. They wasn't mobile. Like there ain't no mobile app.
No, they gotta be printed.
That's retarded.
Mine's an e-ticket. All I gotta do is scan it.
Retarded.
All right. So sorry, Billy, but I actually hope the Raiders win. So Nagy's not getting fired, dude. He gave up. He gave up play calling. Bill Lazor is the play caller now. And like I said, I trust Bill Lazor to make good plays. I don't trust Nagy on making a decision on quarterback. Because if you start Justin Fields, oh God Almighty Father, I'm low-key gonna have to pray. I might have to have a Bible every time the Bears offense is low-key on there. Why? Because I'm about to see some unholy shit on that damn field. I'm sorry.
Dang, he said he hoped the Raiders win. What type of mess?
No, he said he hopes the Raiders win so Nagy can get fired. But little does he know, Bill Lazor saved Nagy's job. Bill Lazor is saving it. And the way how it's going, a lot of people said they want Bellamy as their head coach. But if Bill Lazor is going to bring, so far, like I know it's just only one game, or better yet, no, it even goes back to last season. If Bill Lazor can get this offense going, he turned a 31 offensive team, ranked 31 in offense, to a rank of 20. That's kind of impressive a little bit. Just a little bit. If he can do that 9 times out of 10, knowing Chicago, they will probably have him as their head coach. And they won't learn nothing from it. Not saying Bill Lazor will be a horrible coach or anything. It's just that if you look at Bill Lazor as a head coach when he was with Cincinnati, like Cincinnati's offense was straight up 15 at best. Straight up 15. So their best bet is to keep him as offensive coordinator and pick up Bellamy as your offensive coach. like your new head coach from here on out. So that way you have two good offensive mind, a decent offensive mind, and a great offensive mind together. A positive and a positive equals what, y'all? A positive. But there's no way we're beating the Raiders. There's no way we're beating Green Bay. There's no way we're beating Tampa Bay. There's no way. Well, maybe we beat the Steelers. We're gonna go 0-3 these next 3 weeks. It's gonna be rough. We're gonna be 2-5. So Giants fans, you can throw the freaking parade. You have a freaking top 10 pick because the NFL just hates Chicago for some reason. So let me read one thing and I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my night. Yeah, good. I think you tried to bring it up, but I'm worried about Aiton's contract. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Aiton, they better pay DeAndre Ayton. They're not. Phoenix better not be that stupid because if they are, hey, we need a power forward because Patrick Williams is out for about like 6 weeks. We kind of need him anyway. Poor Goolie, he has no hope. It's not me not having hope, y'all. It's just common sense. When common sense hits the door, there's no giggling or smiling. There is. I've lost my hope. The Bears brought this on themselves. They should have beat the Rams week 1, and they should be literally 3-1, literally easily 3-1, but they're not. So they're 2-2. But I'm gonna get out of here. And I know you guys got a lot to talk about. I hope you guys talk about the Urban Meyer situation because, oh boy, he might get fired midway through the season.
That's crazy.
That seat is hot already.
Dude, how do you? Okay, I gotta keep this PG. How do you put your fingers to the touch on a woman, and then you're supposed to be talking about football and whatnot? Thoughts on Bears fans wanting to trade Fields? That's how I feel. Look at what I did. That's how I feel.
Oh my God, kitty corner. 5
It was
minutes.
David,
David, do you get tired of getting tired out? Do you get tired of
Damien's in
it?
the kitty corner.
I'm not doing it because of his comment. I'm only doing it because that whole Ben Simmons thing, and he damn near brought half the Spotlight Sports Network on here just to roast him. So he deserves to be in the kitty corner because of that. But you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you all
Mr. Gooley,
for watching us rant for about like a good 10 minutes. So let's change gears and go back to the 720 podcast. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the chat when you guys are done.
all right.
That was MalcGoolie, the Spotlight Sports Network. Make sure you go subscribe to him. Again, he got you covered on all of Chicago sports and wrestling. So make sure y'all tune into him. And always, that was D from the Spotlight Raiders talking. Also, Spotlight Sports Network is here. But we're going to get into this NFL. Of course, Jalen Smith got released from Dallas. Should the Eagles call him up?
Should the Eagles call him up? I'm not sure. Should they call him up? Jalen is a nice good linebacker, and I believe Jalen is he's also covered. He's also a fast linebacker that can cover people. I don't know if that will make a difference of how our defense plays, but he will come up and he will hit. He can cover. He does run a fast. He does run pretty decent. But I don't know will he be the answer to all of our defensive problems, to all of the penalties, all of everything we get. I would not know, but he will be probably a great addition if the Eagles are considering it. But will that fix our problems? I have no idea. It will fix our problems. I don't think it would, but it would be a decent call up if they are definitely interested in that move and making that move and picking him up.
I mean, I agree. I'm over this defense already, and from the comment that I heard from Jonathan Gannon earlier today, I'm just like, what? Let me see if I can find it real quick. It was stupid. Like, it was a tweet where it says, Jonathan Gannon says, we're not a dime team. When asked why the Eagles don't go to 6 DBs versus 11 on third and longs, he said we go with 4 downs and 2 linebackers. Makes no sense.
Ain't no sense at all.
But and then also Todd David Montgomery, he's out 4 to 5 weeks for the Bears. Um, sprained knee. So we don't
Hmm.
know who's gonna be the running back for the Bears. No Tyreek Cohen. They don't have Tyreek Cohen until I think about week 7. He's still out with that torn ACL.
Hmm.
And so yeah, we don't know who's gonna be on the field for the Bears. I think it might be Damian Williams. I think could possibly start.
Yeah.
We don't know who's gonna start for. Yeah, it's gonna be Damian Williams. He's probably be the backup um for the Bears. All right, let's get into real a dose here of fact. Everybody's favorite segment: facts or fiction.
Fiction. All right.
So Tom Brady enjoyed that comeback win more than any other win. Was that fact or was that fiction?
I think you know, with knowing Tom Brady, I'm gonna probably no, none of the wins are more enjoyable than winning a Super Bowl. Now let's get that fat, let's get that right. But for I'm gonna believe in Tom Brady. I believe what he said, so I'm gonna go fat. I believe he was glad when he beat Bill Belichick. Even though we both and everybody thought that Bill Belichick gave Tom Brady that win, helped him out basically by not going for it on a 4th and 2. But when you was carving them up over the middle, you still have a timeout. You was killing them in a short passing game. But again, I'm gonna believe in Tom Brady. I'm gonna say fat just because Bill he beat the guy that everybody was comparing to. Tom Brady need him or Bill Belichick needs Tom Brady. It turns out Bill Belichick needs Tom Brady more, but I'm gonna believe in Tom Brady and say fact. But everybody know it's probably will be fiction because the Super Bowl. Anytime you win a Super Bowl, that's the best wins of all of your career. But I'm gonna go with fact. I believe in Tom Brady when he said, "Hey, this is the biggest win of all his career because it's Bill Belichick, and he has something to prove against Bill Belichick."
I would definitely go factor as well. Who again? He only needed to beat New England Patriots, and he's officially
Mm-hmm.
have beaten all 32
Beat
teams.
every team, every
Every
team.
last single team in the NFL, he has beaten them. And of course, he wanted to get back at the Patriots because he's been there for 20 seasons. He wanted to
Uh
prove
huh.
that he definitely didn't need Belichick, and it showed because he went with
Yep.
another team and won a Super Bowl. So it proves
Yep.
that Tom did not need Belichick. New England still needs
Belichick needed
Brady,
him.
but
Yep.
exactly. But they got Mac Jones now. But he's not no Tom Brady, but they do got Mac Jones. But I'm gonna say fact. He loved this comeback win against Tampa.
Yep.
So yep. So fact or fiction? Cowboys are legitimate Super Bowl contenders.
Fiction. I'm not gonna say just because they looked at awesome against the Eagles and and the Giants. I'm not gonna say that all of a sudden they're a fact or they're a Super Bowl contender. I'm gonna say fiction on that. I need to see a whole season first of all. I need to see them win this division, something they have not been done. They have not done. Season is not over yet. Yes, you've been playing some good football. I still don't have no faith in this defense that they can stop anybody. They gave up 28 points to Carolina, so you did give up 28 points. Sam Donald struggled for the first time, and I'm just not gonna make. I'm just not buying in the Dallas Cowboys until I see them win this division or see them get out the first round in the playoffs. So I'm gonna say fiction.
I still don't know. Like you said, it's early.
Yes.
Cowboys uh defense and offense, they're looking good. As I wouldn't put them in a Super Bowl category just yet. They haven't won a
That's why I
playoff
said
game
fiction.
in years. So
That's why I
I'm gonna
said
go with
fiction. Yep.
fiction. I know later on in the year, that's when Dallas always fail
Yep.
and crash
Yep.
and fumble. So they're an accident waiting to happen, as my man Stephen A. always say. I'm gonna go with
Yep.
fiction. I still got to see more. They almost struggled against the Carolina team. What's going on? I-90 Sports. What's going on?
Hey, I'm gonna be on their show soon. I'm gonna be on their show doing the interview soon. They're great guys. We're gonna be talking about basketball. What's up, I-90, my boy, man? It's good for I know Beantown. I know my boy Bean happy. Them Red Sox getting ready to go straight to the playoffs. Feel good beating them Yankees, huh?
Yeah, Bobby's over there. Bobby's over there probably going
Yeah, Bobby
crazy.
over there going crazy. I already know it.
I mean, I'm sure
Bobby
he
over there
probably
going
was.
crazy.
I'm sure he probably wasn't too happy that Belichick didn't go for that kick. That didn't go for that. Went for that
Yeah.
kick. But going to pass out now, to be honest. But I wanted to come and smash it. Like we got to get Donte up here ASAP. Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's
So
go. Let's go.
appreciate you. Yeah. So
No.
yeah, y'all. Either one of y'all guys can definitely come on our show. Definitely
Yep.
we are happy to have one of y'all up here on the 72 Seconds podcast. So
Yep.
yeah. So yeah, we both say fiction with the Cowboys definitely not being a legitimate Super Bowl contenders. So fact or fiction, Cardinals are the best team in the NFL right now.
Uh. Whoo. They're 4-0. They dominated the Rams, who we thought last week was the most dominant team in football so far. So now you flip it the way the Cardinals did. You would have to say fact right now, but does it mean they're a Super Bowl contender? No, they're just playing better football than anybody right now. They might be the only. Is they the only undefeated team in the league right now? Pretty much. Yep. So
Yep.
they playing better football. They playing better football right now. They're the hottest team right now, and they went into L.A. in Rams and just dominated. Not just they just dominated. They blew them out. They made a statement. So I'm gonna say fact. I'm gonna go with the hot hand. I'm gonna roll with them. Kyler Murray looking good. The receiving core, just defense looked good last weekend. So I'm gonna go fat, man. I say I believe in the hot hand. And if they're hot, I'm gonna stay with the hot hand. So right now they're the team to beat in the NFC right now. Until proven otherwise, they're the team to beat in the NFC. I don't think they would beat Tampa Bay when it matters more. I don't think they would do that. But right now, regular season, they look the best. So I'm gonna say fat. I'm gonna go with them.
I'm
I'm gonna
I'm
take
I'm
it.
a, I'm gonna say fiction for right now. Yeah, they 4-0, but we'll see how they do later on in the season. James Conner's looked like a rejuvenated James Conner. Than his Pittsburgh days. He did score 2 touchdowns last week on the Rams. So I mean, he get Kyler Murray is getting out there. He's throwing good. He's throwing to AJ Green. He
Mm-hmm.
rejuvenated his career. D Hop, of course. So I mean, I like Arizona is the hot hand right now. We'll see if they keep that streak going. And also another
Mm-hmm.
factor, Fish, they also got early MVP candidates, and Murray is one of them. Do you think if this
Mm-hmm.
continues, he'll be MVP?
If he continues to play the way play the way he's playing, and the team is in the playoff hunt, in the playoffs, or going to the playoffs, I can't see no reason why he can't. But that's if he keep it up. That's if he can keep up his play. So until then, I'm gonna say fiction. I don't think he will be the MVP, but if he keeps it up, it can turn into a fact. It just depends on where they're gonna be. Where they're gonna be if he keeps playing the way how he's playing. It just depends on what he's gonna be if he keep it up. But he's gonna have some ups and downs. He's gonna have some ups and downs. But I'm gonna go with fiction. I just don't think he will be an MVP. Be MVP.
Like I said,
Too
we
early to
can't call
tell.
it right now. Of course,
Yeah.
of course, you always going to have Mahomes up there in that picture, even though the Chiefs are, they did lose those games back to back, but then they beat Philly. So I mean, Mahomes
Mm-hmm.
threw for 5 touchdowns. You cannot knock Mahomes out that MVP
Yeah. That's
talk.
why I say
Right?
fiction. Yep.
It's week 5. We don't know yet.
Yep.
Still got a lot more football left. Who's to say a quarterback may not even get the MVP. May go to a running back. Could go to a wide receiver who we don't see
Mm-hmm.
much. You usually see MVPs go to quarterbacks, which of course they lead. They're the one that's throwing the ball and delivering the ball and get everything done. So I see why they would give it to MVP to a quarterback. But you never know. Somebody else could possibly get the MVP. Fact or
Yep.
fiction? Dolphins will sign a QB.
How long is tour? I
Probably a couple more weeks.
Fact or fiction? I don't think there was a fact or fiction. I'm gonna go fiction. I think they stay with Jacoby Brissett. I think Jacoby Brissett still is good, even though he struggled against the Indianapolis Colts. I think they stick with Brissett until Tua comes back out. I think when Tua get healthy and he comes back, I think he's gonna be the guy. I'm gonna go with fiction. I don't see them signing another QB. At
He
least Jacoby
definitely.
Brissett, huh?
I mean, you definitely got still Robert Brissett. I know he did struggle last
Yep,
week. He still is a veteran. He still knows how the game
yep,
works. You can trust him. He doesn't have a bad arm. He's mobile. I mean, give Brissett a chance. I don't think you need to call in
yeah,
the Wolves, just call in the reserves just yet for a new
yeah.
quarterback. I know Cam's still out there. Deshaun Watson. Let's just all get over the Deshaun Watson talk, because even if he did get traded, he's not playing
He's not playing
because of the crap
football.
that's going on
Yeah,
outside of football. So just get over the let's get over the Deshaun Watson trade. It's a done deal, and it's official. The Yankees have been eliminated. The Boston Red Sox will play the Tampa Bay Rays,
for
and
Bay
Yankees
Rays.
fans, it's a done deal for y'all. It's a done deal.
It's a done deal. It's a disappointment for you guys. You guys are too good to be making it to a one game series. Overall, all the money that you guys spend, all the bets that you guys got in the lineup, and it's just a disgraceful year for you guys and inconsistency. Even though you can call this a playoff game, you can call this a playoff, but the real playoff is that's what Boston is in. The real playoff series, that's what Boston is in. This is just a one game wild card, but the real playoff series, Boston is in that. So yeah,
So fact or fiction, Justin Fields should start the remainder of the season for the Bears.
that's fact. That's fact. I think Justin Fields put them in the best way to win. I think he gives them a better chance to win. He's mobile. He's a rookie. He's gonna have ups and downs. He got them a win last weekend against the Lions. Yep. I don't believe I. It's no turning back. Once the guy is in the lineup, and he's a rookie, and he's your future or your franchise, I think he should be out there on the field. You're planning to start him anyway next year, so why not let him get his feet wet? He won you a game last week. Just get an offensive line that can protect him, that can stand by him, keep him upright, and he should be fine. That is a fact. You should not go back to Andy Dalton. And who still guarantees he's 100% when he does comes back? Because most of these guys don't really be 100% when they do come back. So that is a fact. I think he should start. I think he should be the starter throughout the whole season. He's your future. You just got to give him an offensive line that can keep him upright.
Definitely, that's a fact. I think they should, Justin Fields should start the remaining of the season. I mean, I know Andy was like, "Oh, this is my time," but Andy, you hurt, and Nick Foles. I don't know. I just think, like you said, Justin Fields does put them in a better position to win the
Yep.
games. He's younger and he's mobile, so he can get
Mm-hmm.
out of situations. Dalton and Foles can't run to save their life. They're older. No. I think if Chicago addresses their offensive line, definitely they'll be okay. But I think definitely it's a fact that Field should start the remaining of this season. Fact or fiction, Jimmy G has started his last game for the 49ers.
Much as I want to say, yeah, I got a feeling they're gonna say if he's healthy, he's gonna be out there. But you know what? I'm gonna go with a bold prediction. I'm gonna say fact. I'm gonna say fact, but it could be fiction as well because when Jimmy Garoppolo gets healthy, they can very much put him back put him back in. But I want to say fact just because, again, same situation as Justin Fields. You see him with Trey Lance looked pretty good this weekend. The only thing he needs to work on being more accuracy, taking his time. But he's a monster when he's running out of the pocket. He can make things happen. He can make plays with his feet. He's got very good escapability. He's very slippery. He's hard to bring down in the backfield. I think that should be his last game that Jimmy G starts. If Trey Lance is hot and playing well, Jimmy Garoppolo will not see the field again this year. and he would not see the field next year because he's gonna this year is his last year anyway. So you might as well want to go with Trey Lance. That is your quarterback of the future. He can make plays. He's gonna put you in some winnable situations with his legs. You can put him in some great formations for some quarterback keeps and everything. So again, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say fat. I think Jimmy Garoppolo played his last game in San Francisco, even though I just really think they're gonna find a way to put him back in. But anyway, I don't think you should turn back to Jimmy Garoppolo once a guy is hot and once you put him in. I don't think put your future quarterback. I don't think you should turn back. You should go with him, and I believe I'm gonna go out on a limb and say fat. Jimmy Garoppolo has played his last game.
Yeah, I don't know who needs a quarterback for next year. I don't know if San Fran will bring him back. Definitely, he's not going to want to take a backup role. But Trey Lance again still puts them in the best position to win them games. He showed that he can be a professional in his league, and what his capability of doing on the football field. So I mean, I'm gonna go fact and say, Jimmy, I think the time has come. It's time for the next man, and that's going to be Trey Lance. It's going to be the Trey Lance era. If not this upcoming year, definitely next year.
Yep.
And let's do the top 10 of the power rankings before we go over these picks and predictions of week 5. Starting from 1 to 10, we got the Bills. They're ranked number 1. The surprise here is definitely their all defensive dominance. The last couple games, they have been putting up 40 points, and the defense has given up no points.
Yep.
So Arizona's number 2. Their surprise is that they're being successful this early. Everything's gelling together for them offensively, defensively. So this is why they're 4-0, and they're number 2 in the power rankings. The Rams are still number 3, and no surprise there. It's got to be Cooper Kupp. Kupp, 5 touchdowns, 431 yards. Got to put Cooper Kupp in that top 10 talks of wide receivers, because Matthew Stafford definitely has rejuvenated his career so far. Not saying Cooper Kupp wasn't good. It's just now he has a quarterback that's going to give him the ball.
Yep.
The Bucks is number 4 on the list. The key surprise here is a lot of injuries. Davis, JPP is hurt, and then Whitfield Jr. went in concussion protocol. Lord have mercy, Richard Sherman loved him to death, but he was getting killed all game against
God, I felt bad for him.
So I mean, I don't know if that was because it's his first game back, but he didn't look like himself. Again, Sherman's getting older, but still, that's the game that he loved. We'll see. Will he be better? Sherman is a corner. A man corner, so you don't see him in many situations. He will cover one of the top wide receivers on the leagues in the team. So, but Sherman was getting killed. He was getting burnt.
Yep. And he always struggled against those fast receivers and stuff like that. He always struggled against those fast receivers. So he was getting burnt all night.
So number 4 or 5 on the list is Green Bay. Surprisingly, Green Bay's offensive line is holding up because they're depleted. Bakari, he's hurt, and that offensive line is struggling. But somehow they managed to stay intact. Then you got the Browns. The Browns is number 6 on this power ranking list, and their defense is crazy. They definitely got a good defense. I believe they're like number 1 in something. I forget rereading, but Cleveland Browns defense is legit. If they can just get their stuff together, clicking offensively, I think they'd be cool. And then there's the Ravens. Surprisingly, Lamar Jackson, he's up there in the passing yards. He's in the top half of the passing yards. So that's a surprise there for Lamar, because he's not good for throwing. But lately he's been throwing some good balls to Hollywood Brown. He threw a big bomb to him in Denver. So definitely surprised there's Lamar actually in the top half of the passer when it comes to yards. The Cowboys, again, is definitely a surprise. No surprise here. It's the defensive takeaways. Trayvon Diggs has been killing it. He's been the defensive player in the NFC. I think he has 4 interceptions right now. The Chargers is number 9 on this list, and it's all about Asante Samuel Jr.
Yep.
Asante Samuel Jr. definitely has been clutch for that defense. I think he has an interception, and honestly, he's playing better than his dad did. He can tackle better than his dad.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, his dad would not come up and hit nobody.
And number 10 is the Raiders on the top 10 of the power rankings. Defensively, they still have a good defense. I know
Yep.
their secondary is kind of banged up and depleted right now, but next man up for them. But they still got a solid defense. Carl Nesbitt,
Yep.
KJ Wright, and Max Crosby. They still have
Mm-hmm.
a solid defense. It's just secondary wise. You can say they a little suspect only because the injuries of last night's game. So Raiders will be fine. They just need to get the offensive line together. They'll be good. Week 4 is in the books. We're on the 5th week of football, y'all. Thursday night game should be crazy. The Rams and the Seahawks. Who you got?
Oh my god, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. You know what? I'm gonna be a tough game to choose. I'm gonna take the Rams at to go to Seattle and beat Seattle. I believe the Rams will bounce back. Again, they just had off day this Sunday. Uh, the Cardinals. I'm not gonna say the Cardinals are a better team, but again, every this division is tough, man. It's tough to judge this division. Each team is great. Is a good team in this division. They all can be playoff bound, and I wouldn't be surprised if they have it's 3 wild cards, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if all three teams, if 3 teams in this division make a wild card spot. But I'm gonna go with the Rams to bounce back this Sunday, this Thursday night. Thursday night.
Who did I'm gonna take the. I'm just going on the limb and take the Seahawks. The Seahawks did get that win that they desperately needed. Um, against this Rams team. Again, this division is always tough, but again, I can't never bet against Russell Wilson.
You
I mean,
can't either.
The way Arizona tore up the Rams, why
Mm-hmm.
can't Russell do the same thing? So I'm gonna go with Seattle here. Seattle's gonna
Okay.
beat on this Rams to beat the Rams on Thursday night. Now this game right here, I think I'm gonna need a coin to flip because I don't
Mm-hmm.
know who to pick. It's the Jets and the Falcons.
I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I'm not picking no Jets. I don't think I'm gonna pick the Falcons. I'm gonna pick the Falcons. The Falcons are at home. I think the Falcons are at home or they in New York.
I believe that they are in Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. I think I can say the Falcons are better
Oh wait,
than
no,
the
this is
New
a
York.
London game.
Oh
They in
well, I'm
London.
still taking the Falcons. I'm still taking the Falcons. I think they're still a better football team than the New York Jets. I don't want Tennessee. I don't want to hear about those injuries. You still should be better than the New York Jets. I'm gonna go with the Falcons to win this game. They should be better. Calvin Ridley, they got no injuries to him that I don't know. They got no injuries. I think the Falcons are gonna beat the New York Jets. If they lose to the Jets, I'm not picking the Falcons no more.
I,
I'm not
I
picking them no more.
I can't really say about this game, but I did take the Jets only because I think the Jets could beat Atlanta. Every time I pick Atlanta, they like Minnesota. You go against
That's
them,
see,
like
yep,
it's so
yep.
I'm gonna take the Jets here
Okay,
to beat Atlanta. It could happen. Stranger things has happened.
yep, yep, yep.
I think the Jets can beat uh, the Falcons. They're both 1-3 team. It's all about who wins it more, but I'm gonna take the Jets here. The
Okay.
Bengals and Green Bay.
Whoo! I'm gonna go with the hot Green Bay Packers. I'm gonna take the hot Green Bay Packers. I know the Bengals did get a big win as well, but I'm gonna take Green Bay. I think that bad man is back. I think the combination of him and Devontae Adams is back. Aaron Jones is running the football pretty well, and as you said, that offensive line looks good. I'm gonna take the Green Bay Packers.
Even though Joe Burrow and those guys last week they did come back from behind to beat the
Mm-hmm.
Jaguars. 3 straight possessions, it was touchdowns. Joe Mixon, I believe, is out, so you gotta use some IJP Ryan. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, Jamar Chase is getting open. Tyler Boyd was amazing last week, and the tight end for Joe Burrow definitely came in clutch. But I don't think they're
Hmm.
beating this Green Bay team, so I'm going to take Green Bay here to beat the Bengals. Um, but then again, you never know. Cincinnati might come out and shock
Yep.
you. Who would think
Yep.
they're both a 3-1? Who would think that right now the Cincinnati Bengals will be a 3-1 team right now? Because I sure enough didn't.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna
good.
I'm
They're
gonna
a good
take Green
football,
Bay.
young football team.
I'm gonna take Green Bay
Yep.
here in this game. And you got the Lions going into Minnesota against the Vikings. Who you got?
I got Vikings. I got Vikings. I'm tired of every time. See, I picked them last week and they lost.
Picking Minnesota.
So this is one of the games you bet not lose to a 0-5, 0-4 Lions team. You bet not even dare think about losing this game. I'm picking against them the whole year if they get beat by 0-14 Lions team. Even
Because
though the
Damian's
Lions
get a
have
time.
been competitive, the Lions have been a competitive football team, I give them that. They play hard. But come on, Vikings, you got to win this football game. I got the Vikings. I don't see how the Vikings will lose this type of football game right here.
I'm definitely going to take Minnesota as well. Kirk Cousins, I'm not even going to lie, he is on a hot start. Got Justin Jefferson, still got Dalvin Cook, still got Adam Thielen. I'm gonna just take the Vikings here because the Lions is dead last when it comes to defense. Their defense
Hmm.
stinks. They should be able to put up some numbers again. They should be able to beat
Yeah,
the
they
Detroit
should.
team.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Minnesota as much as I hate taking Minnesota, and I said I was never
Yes.
picking Minnesota no dang on more. It's just like I
Eh,
have to because it's the
yeah.
Lions. Because the Lions was going to beat
Yeah.
Chicago last week, and look what happened.
Yep.
So then you got the Broncos going into Steel Country against the Steelers. Who you got?
Steelers are a struggling football team. I think Big Ben Roethlisberger is done. They can't score on offense. They have all kind of problems scoring on the offensive side of the football. I'm taking Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos to bounce back until I see this Steelers defense. Until I see this Steelers defense, offense being able to score and maintain on the offensive side of the football and give Najee Harris the football more. They have not been giving him the football. I'm going to take the Broncos. I think the Broncos defense is very good. I think Teddy Bridgewater, they just met they just met their matchup. They met their matchup last weekend. I think the Broncos would bounce back and win this football game. I don't care where it's at. It can be in Hinesville. I'm taking the Broncos.
Definitely. And the Broncos got a lot of injuries as well. Just because
Hmm.
they started off 3-0, that's because they didn't play nobody. They lost to
Yeah.
Ravens last week, 23-7. Um, Denver didn't play nobody, so I'm gonna definitely go with um, the other team here, Denver, Pittsburgh. I'm gonna definitely go with Pittsburgh to
Uh
bounce
huh.
back. Um, Again, Big Ben definitely
Teddy
has a
Bridge.
half his
You
game.
said
Teddy
Teddy
Bridgewater
Bridgewater is
is
up.
out. Um,
Andrew, if Locke keeps getting the opportunity, I believe Locke can play. I believe he can do good enough to get them a win. You still got Cortland Sutton them out there that can play back football. You still got Patrick Surtain. You still got Von Miller out there. You should do enough to beat a depleted Ben Roethlisberger in an offense that can't really put up points. You should be enough. That should be enough right there for me.
yeah, so Teddy Bridgewater is in concussion protocol. Um,
Hmm.
so we don't know if he's going to be in for game time or not. But again, Denver has a lot of injuries. Sertain is questionable, but looks like he's going to be good. A lot of people is hurt and questionable right now. But I'm still going to go with Pittsburgh here to win this
Okay.
game. They got to get Najee Harris involved. I know their defense got to get together. T.J. Watt and the other one, I forget the other name, but he was out, and I know that defense struggled. But hopefully, if they can get T.J. Watt back, definitely the defense can go back to being the dominant defense that I know Pittsburgh has. But they got to get the receivers involved. I think Chase Claypool, he's
Hmm.
questionable if I'm not mistaken as well. So it should be an interesting game. But I am going to take Pittsburgh to win this game. Let me look on the injury report here for Pittsburgh real quick. Chase Claypool, he is in He's questionable with a hamstring. Roethlisberger's always questionable. He's dealing with a hip injury.
Yeah.
Um, and that's really about it. So but yeah, so Pittsburgh is taking the game against Denver. We got the Bucks and the Dolphins.
I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They good off a win against the New England Patriots. Too many weapons. Mike Evans has to stop dropping the damn football so damn much. The defense is very good. They made some big stops, forcing New England to field goals. I believe they'll put a lot of pressure on Jacoby Brissett, make him uncomfortable. I got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning
Yeah,
against
definitely
against
going
them.
against Tampa. Again, no
Yeah.
Gronkowski. He's out with a ribs injury. But again, Cameron Brate, OJ Howard definitely will see some time. AB, of course, is going to
Yep.
be AB. Mike Evans
Mhm.
gotta catch some footballs. The running game was actually
Mhm.
pretty good with Ronald
Yep.
Barber.
Fournette
Leonard Fournette.
yeah, Ronald. Yep.
So I'm liking the Tampa Bay, even though I know their secondary is kind of suspect. Don't count out
Yeah.
Brissett and trying to find Jaden Waddle and Parker and getting Gaskins involved. But I think it's going to be too much for him. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay here, and we got the Saints
Mhm.
against the no name team. Who you picking?
Where's it gonna be at?
They're Washington.
Every time I pick the goddamn Saints, each time I pick them, they end up winning. Each time I don't pick against them, they win. But when I pick them, they lose. I'm gonna go with the Washington football team. I'm gonna go with Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team. Now this is the type of game that the Saints can win, but right now the Saints are too inconsistent, man. They are too inconsistent. The Giants get their first win of the season uh, on the Saints. The Saints are gonna be this in and out team this year. I can tell by the way they go in. They beat the Green Bay Packers. Somebody we all picked against the Saints. They end up blowing them out. Okay, the very next week I picked them to beat the Panthers. They get the beat down by the Panthers. I pick against them to beat New England. I pick against them to beat New England. They go run right shot over New England. I pick with them against the Giants. They get the Giants. They down first win. So no, I'm not trusting the Saints. They're an inconsistent football team. I'm going to go with Taylor Heineke and the Washington football team. They got a pretty good defensive line as well. The only thing, the Saints got a good defense and a good secondary. But the only thing, the two questionable things is the two quarterback situations. That's what it is. But Taylor Heineke did play good last week against the Falcons team. So I'm gonna go Washington football team at home versus the New Orleans Saints.
I do have Washington down here, but something's telling me
Mm-hmm.
to switch. But I'm not. I'm going to stick to my guns and go with
I can't.
Washington.
It's hard. I already know it's hard.
Um, again, the Saints do got a good defense. Malcolm Jenkins back there, Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jarrett, and those guys definitely there that can get to the football. But Washington has a good defense too. Chase Young, and those guys can definitely get
Yep.
to the ball. Taylor Heineke looked great, especially when he hooked up with Terry McLaurin. Um, and McKissick with that game winning pass, that was crazy. He
Yep.
scrambled and got out of that. But I'm gonna definitely take Washington here. Um, you got the Eagles going into Carolina. Who you got?
Hmm. You know what? I picked the Eagles to win this in a close game against Carolina. Christian McCaffrey is beat up, but Carolina still got weapons. They still got DJ Moore. They still got Robbie Anderson. Sam Darnold struggled for the first time this year. That Sam Darnold threw a touchdown pass last week. Did he throw a touchdown pass? I
Sam
don't
Darnold,
think
I think he
threw
did.
one.
Yeah.
He did, but he had two interceptions, so he did struggle.
Mm-hmm.
So he did struggle his first struggling game. I'm going to go with the. It's tough because I want to trust this Eagles defense. I can't trust this Eagles defense. So you know what? I'm going to pick against the Eagles. I know that's my team. I'm going to pick against them until I see improvement in this defense. I'm going to light a fire up under their ass. I'm going to pick the Carolina Panthers to win this game. That's who I'm gonna pick. I don't trust this secondary. It's not good. We on total of 2 games, we gave up 83 points. That is that's unacceptable. We cannot allow that. So until this defense get right, until we learn how to tackle somebody, until we learn how to cover somebody, we know the offense is capable of scoring. But then again, they can have some inconsistencies as well because they're young. We also one dimensional. We're not running the football. So I'm gonna go with this Panthers defensive line, and I'm gonna go with this Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Panthers until I see some improvement in this defense. That's what I'm gonna do.
Again, I'm going to bet against the Eagles this week again. Also, I'm picking the
Yep.
Panthers. I just don't know if we can get pressure on Sam Donald, then that's great. But DJ
Mm-hmm.
Moore and Robbie Anderson is out there. DJ Moore had a field day last week, and our secondary can't
Mm-hmm.
cover Cole if
Yep.
if he's right there in front of their face. Even with the medicine and tissues, they can't stop the Cole. So I'm gonna go
Yep.
with the. I'm definitely gonna go with the Carolina
Mm-hmm.
here to win this game. You got the. This is a no brainer. But it's the Titans and the Jags.
We don't know. The Titans can't beat the damn Jets. So we don't know. We don't know that game. We don't know. That might not be too easy. They can't beat the Jets.
This is true.
So we don't know. They can't beat the Jets. We don't. That we thought that was a no brainer. So we don't know that point. We don't know that point. If Julio Jones, I'm gonna tell you, if Julio Jones and AJ Brown play, then I will pick the Titans if they play. If they play
Dang,
right now,
the Jags and Detroit is the only teams who hasn't won a game yet. Oh my!
well, right now
I'm
they can't even beat the goddamn Jets right now. So we really don't know if that's
I'm
an
gonna
easy
take
if
the
that's an easy
Titans,
dub.
and I
I'm
swear
gonna take the Titans.
for beans, the Titans better win this game because you're gonna mess
They
up my
gotta win
pick
this game.
again.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna pick the Titans.
So we got the New England Patriots against the Houston Texans. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going with New England. Nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. Going New England.
We got the Bears and the Raiders. Who you
Raiders.
taking in this game?
Raiders.
Yeah, I definitely picked the Raiders here in this game as well. That defense, I feel bad. Whoever's going to be at quarterback again, Leatherwood gotta be more disciplined with these penalties, and yeah, and the offensive line for the Bears. I just don't think y'all can stop a Max Crosby and those guys get to there. I feel bad for Justin Fields if he's out there. He's going to have a field day. But if Justin Fields definitely can hold it together, the Raiders secondary is also hurt too. So if you want to
Mm-hmm.
try to throw it deep, maybe a Mooney can catch the ball. Allen Robinson definitely can catch it. But I'm gonna say the Raiders will win this game. We got the Chargers and the Browns. Who you got?
Damn, that's a tough matchup. Oh my god, it's hard. Oh my god. You know what? The Chargers are hot. I love this Chargers team. Even though they at Cleveland, I'm gonna go with the Chargers. I think they can pull this win off on the road. Justin Herbert, Guyton is good. Mike Williams is a great possession, jump ball receivers. Keenan Allen gotta catch the goddamn football, but he's one of the best when he's out there healthy. Egler and Roundtree is a pretty good running back duel. This defense is playing well. Bosa is playing well. I'm gonna go with the Chargers to win this football game.
Definitely, I agree with you there. Chargers still the hot team on it. Still, you got to ride the hot hand. Herbert is looking good. Eckler's running great. Again, the receiving core defense is coming together. They came to play last
Mm-hmm.
night against the Raiders. So I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to pick the Chargers to win this game. The division matchup, NFC East, the Cowboys and the Giants. What you got?
I got the Cowboys. I'm gonna ride with the hot hand again. Their offense is hot. Diggs shut down his side of the running game is getting better. Dak is on another level again. Uh, the accuracy, the offensive line better. Running game, Pollard and Zeke is now that duo. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb. These guys are just hot right now. The Giants did get their first win against an inconsistent football team last weekend. Congratulations for them. But like I said, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I'm gonna stick with the high hand, even though everybody know. I mean, I hate the Cowboys. We all hate the Cowboys, but I got to give credit where credit due. They're following on all cylinders right now. So hey, I got the Cowboys winning this football game.
It definitely got the Cowboys again. Again, Trayvon Diggs was NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He 4 interceptions. Dak is on another mission, trying to prove that he can't. Last year wasn't. Last year he got injured, but he's back. Zeke is running well. They're using the tight ends more, Dalton Schultz and Jarwin out
Yep,
there to get them
I
involved.
forgot
But
about
I'm
him.
going to
Yep.
say Dallas is going to win this game. We got the 49ers and the Cardinals, another NFC West Division matchup.
It's gonna be it. Okay, I got the Arizona Cardinals. Trey Lance is gonna have his first start. Looks like it. Uh, DeAndre Hopkins. You got Christian Kirk, and you got AJ Green. You got a good running back. James Conner has been killing it. Kyler Murray has been killing it. This defense fight hard. The defensive line is very good. The defense dominated the Rams. So I'm gonna go with the hot hand again. You know I'm a fan of riding that hot hand, so I'm gonna keep it going. I got the Arizona Cardinals at home. I feel good about this pick.
Arizona again is clicking on all cylinders. Everybody's together. It's working for them. Whatever they're doing, they want to keep it moving. Kyler Murray, he's good. I think he only threw a couple of picks, not too crazy picks. Again, you got the
Mm-hmm.
good receiving core. AJ Green's been rejuvenated. James
Mm-hmm.
Conner's been rejuvenated. JJ Watt, again, JJ's still going to be a monster on that defensive side of the ball. I'm going to take the Cardinals to beat the 49ers. And then the Sunday night matchup is the Buffalo Bills against the Chiefs. Who you got in this game?
Oh my God, it's so tough. The Buffalo Bills has been very good, man. It's gonna be in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say again. We know Kansas City. We know Buffalo is very good. We know their defense has been good, but their defense. They played against the Miami Dolphins. They played against the Houston Texans, who got a terrible quarterback right now, a rookie quarterback right now. I'm gonna go with the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't believe they're gonna slow this offense down. Even though Kansas City defense aren't good, but you're playing against a great offense with a great quarterback, a quarterback that can actually move out the pocket, a good running back in Elair. You're playing against an upgrade for where the goddamn sorry ass Texans was. And now I hate to call my team sorry anytime, but they look like a toilet of shit right now. But I'm gonna go with the I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely gonna go with the Chiefs though, man. Definitely taking the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Bills. I know the
Not
Bills.
bad. That's not a bad pick. They can win.
The Bills. The Chiefs' defense isn't that great. I think the Bills can definitely pass on this defense. Um, Devontae Smith did get 100 yards last week, so I feel like they get Diggs involved early. Definitely, they can score against this Kansas City team, and their defense can hold a Tyreek Hill and a Travis Kelsey and those guys. I think definitely Josh Allen can go off on them. So I'm gonna take the Bills. And finally, the Monday night game to wrap up everything is we got the Colts and the Baltimore Ravens. Who are you picking?
I got the Baltimore Ravens. I got the Baltimore Ravens winning this game. Lamar Jackson is hot. Like I said, I've been said. I'm not gonna say the guy can't throw. The guy's just inconsistent in passing the ball. He can throw, but he's just inconsistent. He's dangerous with his legs. Marquise Hollywood Brown starting to step up. Got Mark Andrews over there. You still got a pretty decent running game because Lamar Jackson is a part of that running game. So you got to account for him as well as you got to account for the running backs. And that defense is very good on that side of the football. So I'm going to go with the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Indianapolis Colts.
So Mar, I'm picking the Ravens here. That should be a good game. We don't know who's going to emerge in that running back core down in Baltimore, whether it be Le'Veon Bell, Latavius Murray. We don't know. The running back by committee there. But there you have it, guys. We didn't got through the NBA. We didn't got through some NFL action, MLB action. Remember, the Boston Red Sox will advance to face the Tampa Bay Rays. They did beat the Yankees 6-1. So that is we're going to wrap it up here. That is the hottest topics in the 7,200 seconds. Appreciate everyone who came on in the chat. Mitch, D, Ghoulie. Make sure y'all go subscribe to them. The links are in the chat. Appreciate everyone who was in the chat down to Damien, Iris, and Vlogs. Everyone who was here, make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, y'all. It is the 7,200 seconds podcast, and we are out of here. See you next Tuesday. Same time, same place, same channel. Y'all know how it is. Peace.